Analyze the shift in the basis from linguistic to backwardness, ethnicity, etc. in regard to the creation of new states or reorganization of states. So, this question is actually expecting from you that you have some basic knowledge also that how in India the demand of states has been previously and where we are currently. Okay? So, from the movement of Vishal Andhra, you need to come out to the current demands of Bodoland, etc. That is what you have to have the journey. Okay. So in this, if you can put in 1 or 2 lines about the creation of Andhra, and then it was in December 1952, and then other states with the State Reorganization Act under Fazal Ali Commission recommendations. So if you can provide that, that is good. Then you need to touch the creation of northeastern states, starting with Nagaland. That is what you need to come out. Finishing in 1986 with creation of Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram. Okay. Meghalaya, Manipur and all, that is second part. That is what will be there, 1972. So if you have this information, good enough. If not, don't write years. See, I am teacher, so I am knowing, I have read them several times. But you don't take risk. But first, पता होना जरूरी होता है. That is always important. Things like, जो पूछा है वो तो पता ही होना चाहिए. Linguistic to backwardness. तो linguistic पीछे का है वो पता होना जरूरी है. Till 1956, you need to know. Creation of various states. If you have an idea that how Nagaland came into being, अच्छी बात. It will fetch you at least one more mark. But if you don't remember, don't enter into that. Just write that on similar basis of cultural differences and all, northeastern states like this, comma, were also created over the period of time. ठीक है? बस नागालैंड पहले लिख लेना, क्योंकि 1960 और 1986 तक, 60 काफी पहले है. It should not be that you write Arunachal Pradesh first. That will go wrong. तो ज्यादा याद करने की रटने की जरूरत बिल्कुल नहीं होती है. But yes, you need to know the flow of the question, that where it is going, what the question is all about, what it is, that you should be aware of. Right, sir? Understanding it? Then you come, yes, Atal Bihari Vajpayee time, that also is important. Creation of Jharkhand, then Chhattisgarh and Uttarakhand. So if you can talk of the reasons for them, then also it will be good enough. But in one paragraph, one paragraph, if you provide that, that also will be a decent one. And then come to the modern time. Fine, this is one aspect. It is saying that there has been, earlier it was only linguistic basis. That was the demand when it started with Telugu, speaking state, separated from province of Madras. Okay? That was the demand that started. So from there, you come to the times where it shifted from linguistic to other aspects. तो अगर एग्जामिनर को दिखा दोगे कि देखो सर ठीक है बैकवर्डनेस पे भी आए हैं, तो अगर आप एक जर्नी सी बना देंगे उसके कि दैट वी स्टार्टेड विद फ्रॉम लिंग्विस्टिक, इफ आई स्टार्ट दैट इज 1950s, हाउ आई हैव मूव्ड, तो कोई बुरा नहीं है आप उसे अगर 1960s से 80s का भी दिखा दें. यहां पर क्या है, कल्चरल डिफरेंस. ठीक है. And then you come to administrative convenience and other aspects. 1990s, administrative convenience, tribal, ये हो गया 1990s का. ओके. फिर आप बिल्कुल एथनिक छोटे छोटे ग्रुप बनाने लगे, वो बात की करंट डिमांड आ जाएगी. तो अगर ये जर्नी दिखा देंगे तो इट विल नॉट बी अ बैड आइडिया. ब्रॉड. हाँ, क्योंकि एक साल में कुछ नहीं हुआ ना, ये ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम है. 50s, तो 60s में शुरू हुआ, 60s से कहां तक चला ये? 1986 तक. बता भी दोगे नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स के लिए सर ये हुआ है. ठीक है, तो ये टाइमलाइन एग्जामिनर को भी दिखाई पड़ेगा. हाँ भाई, सीधे बैकवर्डनेस पे नहीं पहुंच गई गाड़ी. बैकवर्डनेस के साथ कुछ और मुद्दे भी रहे हैं. देयर हैव बीन, राइट. अब इसको सही आंसर करने के लिए एक तो ये हो गया कि जी फैक्चुअल पकड़ा दिया, काम खत्म हुआ. शुड, एक और चीज सोच सीखो यहां पर साथ में. इज इट गुड टू क्रिएट मोर स्टेट्स? ट्राई टू लर्न दिस. इज इट ओके टू हैव मोर स्टेट्स? अदर स्टेट्स? अच्छा, अनएंडिंग प्रोसेस. ओके. In a diversity or diverse society like India, it can be an unending process. और कुछ? Subnationalism. That is what you want to say? Regionalism, subnationalism, all those things. ठीक है. Positive आपने क्या बताया कि small states can do good? That is what? Decentralization. ठीक? Exactly. यहां से हमें आंसर में ये थॉट भी जाना है. पहली बात तो समझ लीजिए बेटा, अमेरिका की पॉपुलेशन 33 करोड़ के आसपास होगी. दैट्स राइट. कितनी स्टेट्स हैं कब से? 50 स्टेट्स हैं प्लस डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ कोलंबिया, वॉशिंगटन डीसी. ठीक है, उनके यहां किसी और कारण थे, लेकिन जब 50 स्टेट वहां हो सकती हैं, हमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? हम तो 140 करोड़ है. और स्टेट का पर्पस जो हमारे यहाँ है, व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ अ स्टेट? व्हाई वी क्रिएट अ स्टेट इन इंडिया? हमारा तो बेसिकली पीपल सेंट्रिक है. वी क्रिएट अ स्टेट so that the administration for development can be better. The administration for all the things which will be seen in the state list can be closer to the people and as far as possible with their participation. Clear? Now, अब झगड़ा सिर्फ इस बात का बचा कि सर बेसिस क्या है? Because if the basis we start coming on the group basis, then it can be a very serious issue. If the basis is only backwardness and the basis is not talking about any other aspect in it, which can be seen as a risk to the fraternity aspect, integrity aspect of the society, unity aspect of the society, then there is no problem if there is any other thing. If it is related to them, we will not allow. Correct? ये हमारा आंसरिंग हो गई. बट बाकी विशाल आंध्र याद रहे तो अच्छी बात है. पोट्टी श्रीरामुलू याद रहे तो अच्छी बात है. ठीक है. फजल अली कमीशन याद रहना चाहिए. बाकी मेंबर्स के नाम लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है. के.एम. पन्नीकर वगैरह नहीं चाहिए. वी डोंट रिक्वायर. कुंजरू एंड के.एम. पन्नीकर, वो भी थे दूसरे मेंबर्स, वो नहीं चाहिए. वो प्री का भले ही क्वेश्चन कभी बनाए तो बनाए, मेंस में नहीं. लेकिन फजल अली सर को तो पता होना चाहिए हमें that he was the one who convinced Prime Minister, because he was not ready to have linguistic basis because he considered it will be a danger to unity and integrity of the nation. That is what he was saying. But then only they said that language is always something which joins people across religion and all. So don't you think it will be a great idea? We have faced just 7-8 years back terrible communalism. So don't you think by this we can create a more integrated society, at least away from those aspects? Language is definitely a better thing to differentiate yourself from others than other aspects. I am from this caste, I am from this religion, I am from this. These are actually more risky. Language is a means of communication which people living in a region speak, and if they speak, it can be used as a tool for their own development. Fazal Ali's viewpoints. This is what I am reading from his book only. ठीक है, जो उनका वर्क था. So when you understand it, that how it is going to help us, तो हम शुरू का पार्ट बना लेंगे एक. We will have it. Then we go to the second aspect, that this demand from linguistic changed to cultural aspects and other ethnic demands in northeastern. So Hindustan mein, in India, we have seen it different points. In southern states, linguistic basis. In northeastern states, cultural differences and ethnic basis. Right, sir? That is what we have seen. In central India, we have seen administrative convenience, especially Uttarakhand. If I see, then tribal aspect, Jharkhand, something of it, and administrative convenience mix in Chhattisgarh. That is what we have seen. So this we will be pushing up. And then finally, we have to say that having more states is never a big problem, provided it can be seen as a vehicle for achieving decentralization, participation of people, better discharge of functions. But it has to be seen that it is not just seen as a luxury to express your different identity from others. That is bad. That's not a great idea. That we say that I cannot live with you. This is wrong. We both will live better is better idea. If we actually, because we are big in size, large size population, so people living in this area, if we will have their own decentralized system of government, it will be a better idea. ये कोई खराब नहीं है सुनने में. It is not actually appearing to be a bad statement. It is looking like a good comprehensive reason for it. ये पेस्ट कर देना है कॉपी पे. Anyway, इसके points लिख लीजिए सर. First point, states in India are seen as the vehicle to take government closer to the people so as to be able to address the regional aspirations, unique challenges of the regions, cultural and other aspects like commonness of language, etc. So in India, it is seen as a vehicle of taking the government closer to the people. It is not that states were earlier there. We were under no such essential obligation to give states. If I go in the discussions of 1948 February, 1948 July, 1948 September, October, then there are various viewpoints that we can have them as administrative divisions. But then it was looking like taking away the beauty of continuity of cultural aspects and life from the people living in different regions over a period of time. Okay? But everyone agreed to it, that to everyone it cannot be given as a luxury, as people will start coming from historical aspects and will seek a separate identity for themselves, like Kurg, like Mysore. Sabhi ko chahiye state to apna. Everyone will come. So this will not be a great thing done. So let us continue as we are going, and let us have the principle that yes, we will create states, and we will also write that more states can be created. It means Article 3 with a purpose. कि मैं हो सकता है शुरू 8 से ही करूं, हो सकता है 10 से करूं, हो सकता है 14 से करूं, मैं बहुत कम से भी शुरू कर सकता हूं. बट चिंता मत करो, एक स्टेट में से भी मोर स्टेट्स क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. वी कैन ऑलवेज डू इट. दैट वाज द आइडिया. अदरवाइज व्हाई टू राइट आर्टिकल 13, आर्टिकल 3? नो पॉइंट ऑफ राइटिंग आर्टिकल 3. So it means they were very clear that as the things will mature, as the people will be able to understand the system, as they will be ready to participate in that, we will continue giving. And that is what we actually have been doing. There is nothing wrong in having a new state. There is nothing wrong in it, because that was the philosophy. Otherwise, Article 3 would not have been there. Rather, the tendency to continue ruling over a very large area, over a very large section of population is wrong. Yes, if you tell me the challenge that, see, it will be a financial burden, I can understand. But at least promise that after some time, do not worry. You also will have a decent numerical perspective of your representation. तो कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है, ठीक है? That is what we can have. थोड़े पॉइंट्स लिख लेते हैं इसके बस. पहला पॉइंट तो लिख लिया, सेकंड डाल दीजिए. क्रिएशन ऑफ स्टेट्स in India started with the linguistic basis when the movement of Vishal Andhra ultimately led to the creation of Andhra Pradesh in December 1952, and later in December 1952, and later more states created on this principle. And later, more states created on this principle under State Reorganization Act 1956 on the recommendation of Fazal Ali Commission. Fazal Ali Commission was State Reorganization Commission only. Okay. Next point. The basis for the demand of new states shifted from linguistic to cultural uniqueness, and the state of Nagaland was created in 1960, and then later other states in northeastern India. Next point. In 1990s, the premise shifted to dimensions of administrative convenience, backwardness, tribal welfare, and by the Act of 2000, the states of this were created. What are these? Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Uttarakhand. Full stop. Para. The debate and the demand related to creation of new states has continued right from groups in West Bengal to Assam. Full stop. The question remains that whether the creation of new states will be a challenge to the unity and integrity of the nation, or these states will only be the means to achieve a more comprehensive arrangement for inclusiveness and development. Okay. So the challenge is still, if the by chance the question would have come, do you support creation of new state? Then different answer would have been there. Then you would have gone for challenges related to them and merits of them. So questions will have different answers. So there the merits will be what? Decentralized government. The nature of the subjects of a state list is such that the more they will be closer to the people, better governance will be there. Then at present, one MLA is on a vast size of population, which was never expected. It should never be on more than 1 lakh. But nowadays we have on much more. So it's difficult to reach, to have a connect with the people in their own constituencies. It is difficult. So कोई बुरी बात नहीं है. But definitely it should not be the tool to ventilate your grievances against certain groups of people, or to promote the thesis of sons of soil, which can lead to subnationalism. Fine. So if we are having, and in India, definitely we need to have respect for culture, but cosmopolitan culture as well. Culture is good, you should protect it. But perspective towards the people should always be cosmopolitan, where you actually have an understanding that there is nothing wrong. You may be from XYZ, caste, religion, region, what you have been speaking, we still can make a great community. So cosmopolitan perspective. Correct?